everything. VIP, he said, VIP coach. If you enter the train like this, in each coach there are 2 VIP corners. Now, if you enter inside the train, you go open door, 1 1 4 seats with table on top, with small fridge, with fan, with the AC where you go feel control by yourself. They are now here, then small time here. He show me the picture, life tire me. Now in the carry this gura, can't give us. If you want move, go, everybody go.
Ordinary president, this railway matter, we go come back take and proper. But what I go say be one thing nobody can accuse this administration of is there were many projects that were inherited that were not working, and this administration is working to finish them.
Let's appreciate them. Our own, they say, as they take over the project, make them finish them.
Yes.
I go.
Yes.
I go. Let's appreciate Rufai.
So, ordinary president, thank you. I will still stay.
Yes. No, now time for me to open telephone line. All Nigerians ask you questions. Yes. Maybe you don't come.
My senior member is here.
Come back to them. Then you will open telephone line for them. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Naomi and I'm the banner for radio telephone. Where are you the banner from? Okay, waiting be a contributor. You are the special advisor to the president on the infrastructure they talk.
Yeah.
Waiting you get to ask him, waiting you get to add. If you complain, no personal complaint, no bring them now.
Okay.
Thank you. The way it sound like saying a personal complaint. The number to call is hello, good morning. Yeah, good morning, sir. You don't hear the SA infrastructure? Give me the phone number.
I don't hear him, sir. We have nothing to do but just to listen to him. The question I want to ask him is, please, let me ask him, in 2012 or 2011, why did they push against the removal of this subsidy? Why? What have they done that makes them to remove it now that they are telling and that yes, this is the right time for us? Why do they refuse the former president to remove this short subsidy? And there's something I heard on radio that in 2022 or 2023, that is only rich men that will be able to use oil.
Which radio is there?
I hear it on the newspaper.
I don't know as a stammerer which radio station you hear. No fabrication. You don't talk to newspaper now. From radio to newspaper. Good down, my friend. This thing where you talk, him don't answer the question before. I've been challenging with him. And there, even that time, President Muhammadu Buhari followed for the protest that time. But now, I can't talk, say, why they no say the first subsidy no good? Why, as they climb, they no cancel the first subsidy? Now, when Nigerians even they suffer extra, now that time they know, say, the timing they wrong. The timing they very, very wrong. But thank you very much for your contribution. Make when I give me the phone numbers, I don't get them for head again. The numbers to call are 090 99 88 7700. The number to call from abroad now 08 plus 234 81 88 plus 234 81 89 99 1011.
Maybe no correct.
Somebody give me wrong number. Oh yeah, be careful. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, this is Mohammed Al-Amin from Zuba.
Okay, Mohammed Al-Amin from Zuba. You hear the SA infrastructure?
Yes, I said everything they said.
Okay, what will be your contributor?
My contribution is that we are living in the area. We don't have light at all. We don't have roads. only government president will tell in this administration the only estate they are building is over here.
Estate.
Apart from that, yes, the only estate they are building. Apart from that, the government cannot do anything over here. Our roads are bad. They say by clean water, they should come to our estate.
Thank you. Okay, you don't hear Zuba. SA to SA. Make una the right
We'll take it up with FCT administration.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, my name is Mohammed Hussein.
Mohammed Hussein, make you increase the volume for your mouth.
Hello?
I didn't hear you now. Mohammed Hussein from where?
From Kabusa.
From Kabusa. Waiting be your contributor. Yes, please. Waiting be your contributor. Abi, you don't dodge. The credit don't go. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. Yes, you are. This is the ordinary president talking to you.
Yes, sir. I want to complain about the
Kabusa waiting.
they are quite working, but they are not
I don't understand what you did talk. Waiting be your complaint. Make it clear. This thing is nothing. You say what happened for Kabusa? Now me won't end them so. Maybe mistake. For people where they abroad, the number to call now +234 81 88 89 1011. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorary President.
Now, who me and I'm the Vano, where the Vano for what you be a contributor?
Wonderful. My name is Godwin. I am from Mami Market for Lungi Barak.
Okay, Godwin, how Mami Market for Lungi Barak now?
President, today, we made a lecture. So that is the issue. I want to know where the street for party. You see, people when they get like 12 hours, they will charge them, they will increase their money. I buy like last 2 weeks about they increase the money, and they get about 78 units for 2,000 naira. Like, man, I go buy. Now 38 units I get, and I need to get light.
Una they get how many hours should they get light?
They go like around 12 a.m. 12 a.m. in the night, or 2 or 3. By 4 or 5 o'clock, they don't take up.
That's 3 hours.
That's 3 hours. In the morning, maybe something around 12, they will bring them. By 3, 4, they don't take up.
If you join the two together, it don't be.
Which band has he checked?
Which band you did? They say which band you did? The band. He don't even know about any band. So tell the discourse
Can we get his number?
To the mic.
Let's get his number. Let's get his number.
Okay, 080 38 36 66 10.
Waiting the name.
Your name is Godwin,
Yes, sir.
383 then 666. They don't write down for you.
We go take this complaint since we review
So people don't even know about the banding.
Yes.
Now see customer, you which band you did?
I don't want to be which of the band. Now that is the
Oh, bandwagon. Thank you, sir. You see, they don't even know which.
Ordinary president will come with the information after we finish with him.
Yes, sir.
So you can tell your
Make the discourse, make them inform members of the public. Hello, good morning. Hello? They quarreled there, so. You know, they say, hello? No, they confuse yourself. See them, see. No worry. Now we go take just 5 more calls, then the SA infrastructure go rest. 1. Remaining 4. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Nahumi and Devano. Where you Devano from, sir?
My name is Ajayi Bukayo. I'm calling from Kubwa.
Okay, Ajayi Bukayo. How Kubwa today?
We thank God.
Please respect yourself.
Yeah. My complaint is about the tariff.
The tariff?
Yes, you increase the tariff.
You stay in Saburi?
Yes, Saburi 1. So, after the increase the tariff, we don't even have 7 hours. We don't have 8 hours. We don't have 6 hours in the day. But they increase the tariff. The last night I bought now, the increment was up 7%. And we don't get to use 6 hours in a day. So in the last 24 hours now, we still have night for 2 hours. And the tariff has been increased, even when we don't have 7 hours. So what the government to look at that and see what they can use to check this concerns so that the only people that drive.
So how many hours will they get? Be honest with me in Saburi 2. Saburi 1, Abi Saburi 2.
Maximum on a good day when there is light very well, that is 6 hours.
Okay. It was on a good day, 6 hours.
Yes.
What of bad day?
Bad day, sometimes we not even have 2 hours in 50.
Okay, so thank you very much. The SA infrastructure don't take note.
Thank you, sir.
Mention. Remaining 4 calls for the SA. The people where they abroad, the number to call now +234 81 88 89 10 11. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, Nahumi and Devano. Where you Devano from? Waiting be a contributor.
Yes, speaking with Ahmad from Jabi.
Ahmad who?
Ahmad Bagudu from Jabi.
Okay, Ahmad Bagudu from Jabi.
Yeah, Ahmad.
Go ahead, sir.
Ordinarily, I want to give message to the president. I want to give a message to the president.
Wait, before you give the message,
Okay?
respect yourself.
No problem.
Do not say anything derogatory. Thank you.
I know what I've said.
Okay.
Sir, about the subsidy of the fuel that they are giving Nigeria, please, this increasing of fuel, we have marketers who, yes, exactly, that marketers that if they increase 10 naira, they are increasing prices of rice and other things that we are using. So, I think that if they want to increase oil, they're supposed to increase 10 naira. Let us increase like 120 or 200. Because if they increase if they want to increase their function, they increase it.
Ahmed, if I understand what you do talk. You say if government increase small price, food stock, the price they high. The people where they sell. So because of that now, if government want increase money, may they no increase small, may they increase them by 200 and 200 something like that. Thank you very much. Your message no they go anywhere from here. Thank you very much. If they just increase more money, life somersault. Cup of gari now is 200 naira. Not mudu. One cup of gari is 200 naira. Even 200 plus now. No. Government should do something. The Minister of Agri should come and explain to us. Farmers can no longer go to their farms because of insecurity. You go to harvest, and you then go harvest. Thank you very much, Ahmed. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, Nahumi and Ambevano, what is your contributor?
Your name is Olawale Moshood.
Olawale Moshood. You reduce the volume for your radio and increase the volume for your mouth.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't hear you. Okay, from Tungamaji, okay.
Yes, sir. Tungamaji, we are suffering for life too much.
How many hours will they get in a day, Tungamaji?
3 hours a day, sir.
3 hours?
Yes, sir. 3 hours a day. Sometimes they will bring it in the midnight.
Like say when
they will bring it in midnight. Sometimes 9 o'clock in the night. Sometimes 9 o'clock in the morning. 3 hours. They will just take.
But I hope your rating that they charge you no change.
Actually, they did change.
Thank God say they reduce your own.
No, the price now don't change. Because you know when
it change go up, I mean change go down.
It go up.
Okay.
It go up.
You know
the way they announce something. I want the federal government to announce something.
Yeah, quickly. 08095280322. 080.
Thank you.
08095280322. Yes, thank you very much. How many calls remain? 1, Abi 2. 1, Abi 2. 2. Okay. Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning, my ordinary president.
Good morning. Now who me and I'm also.
Nachoma from Malaysia. Good morning, Brekete family.
Good morning, Chairman from Malaysia.
Yeah, my ordinary president, I saw what is happening today in the studio. I said, let me just keep my mouth. Because this issue of electricity, I think there was a time when I called you and complained my own case. When I tried to contribute in bringing investors into Nigeria. But there was a lot of frustration which didn't work out again. Okay, that is one. Another thing is this issue of food prices in Nigeria. I think the federal government needs to chook mouth into this matter, because even a common man cannot be able to buy 1 bag of rice, even a cup of rice. It is very heartbreaking. Because here we are, rice cannot add because it's controlled by government. Anything, food, the price is controlled by government, because when you imported it, there are some charges that government will not allow you. They make it like free duty. You just pay small service.
I hope you know say custom they hear you.
Government to the price.
Madam.
Expensive.
Hello? Yeah, network. What I hear last be say, for those their countries, if you they import food stuff, government go tell you make you no pay this, make you no pay that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning from Makodi.
Your name now?
Ajayi from Makodi.
Okay, Ajayi from Makodi.
Yes.
Okay, what can be a contributor, sir?
I want to, it's a complaint.
You got anything to do with infrastructure?
Not it's a personal complaint.
Okay, you go wait later, I beg, no vex.
Yes.
So you remain one call. Where we go take? One call or one call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Naomi and Devano, where Devano from? Okay, SARS from Italy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how Italy today?
I want to ask it's a process that you are talking about. The airline that we need to Lagos. Our airport is very included.
Okay, like airport infrastructure, whether they included. Airport infrastructure follows, sir?
Yes.
Talk to the mic, sir.
Yes.
Okay, airport infrastructure, it follow.
It follows. Because there must be international airport.
You say? Hi. Let him be your complaint directly.
The airports, the two are we need a very good international airport.
Okay, we don't get any good international airport for the whole of Nigeria. Okay, thank you. When I don't hear, we need an airport, an international airport that will compete with the rest of the world. Say these ones be like local for other countries. Thank you. Yes, one woman won't talk for. We don't answer calls. Finish. Pass the microphone, please. Pass the microphone. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you. She won't talk. Good
morning, Nigeria. Good morning, my ordinary person. Good morning, Brekete family. I want to raise my complaint here that please, we have problem operating Kuji. Serious problem, yes.
Okay.
Our Kuji road is bad. The highway to enter Kuje from Kuje Junction to inside Kuje after Erano to market, that road is very bad.
Okay, talk.
And we also have a problem of light.
Okay, how many hours will they get?
Sir?
How many hours will they get a day?
Sometimes you can get 3 hours, some in the night. When you get it in the night, they'll bring it like around 10, 11, 12, and before 4, they will take the light. You not get it maybe 2. The next day, you not get light in the next day, but some area have the light. Some are even reach 3 days without light, but our areas are not having light. Many of the Kuje areas are not having light.
Thank you. Let's appreciate her. Yes, any other person here? Okay, the big brother. I know say you go talk, but make big brother talk first. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ordinary President.
Yes, sir. What's your name, sir?
Sir, my name is Usman Okinabang.
Okay.
It's just a suggestion I want to offer.
Yes, sir.
That there is the need for the government to have effective communication system in a manner that the poor man can understand the direction the government is going. That will save the headache of the special assistant. One wonders if the national orientation is still existing to at least offer the explanation in respect of the projects of the government. By that, the government should be able to understand the feelings of the people. That's my simple suggestion, sir.
Okay, sir. Before they will answer you, you see, sir, this is one government there used to be an opposition. Now PDP being get government that time. This one will come. What will be the name of their party? APC. The APC government can inherit some PDP candidates for various offices, and they still leave them there. Do you think these people's loyalty will ever be tilted towards APC? They will always do everything they can to undermine this government. Thank you very much, but he will respond.
Thank you.
Many PDP people do for offices, government offices, under this APC. What do you think? Master na master, anytime, any day. Continue.
Yes, my ordinary president. Thank you very much. SA, you're welcome, sir. My ordinary president, I will start from this Gwagwalada. There's a place called Wazobia Park.
Wazobia Park.
That place, it gets somewhere where there is a dish, neither place.
That is what makes it Wazobia.
For Gwagwalada.
Whether you be Hausa, you be Igbo, you be Yoruba, you enter Wazobia.
It's terrible, my ordinary president, in Abuja here. And then if we come up for there again, my ordinary president, this Buhari Duse road. They start the road just like they start this one. People they happy. But now Duse first gate before power line, that place now another dish. You be say people motor they scatter.
You see why when he talks say the government they don't take over this one, they don't. I say make them finish and first before we go clap for them.
Yes,
you see why?
And then
half current no be full
yes,
current.
And the road where people they manage again, they follow go Buhari, they go Buhari. They scrape and the thing can't they collapse.
Yes.
Because before that time,
even the way
he ordinary president now
they just like wetin happen for Kogi State when they scrape now potato don full everywhere and then rain no come gree fall again.
My ordinary president, that one another you go do special prayer for Kogi so that the rain go fall. So but that's by the way. But that he get another place for that same Buhari, my ordinary president. If government, whether FCTO or federal government, no could do something, the road go soon collapse. Erosion don't they chop the place, it don't enter road, and they never do anything. And at that same place, the area council chairman from Comp. On Akukuma Sabi, some of them, once they win election, they need to go back that area again.
Okay,
so please, we want to do something.
Thank you. Thank you.
You see plenty.
Even for Kaduna bridge, the bridge will connect to Zaria by trade fair. One day it collapse. Now so queue, a hold up full everywhere. As a full everywhere, somebody mama they sick for Zaria. They want rush and come hospital for Kaduna. The hold up no green clear. Na inside motor she die.
Kai.
And the person is even my in-law. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorary President.
Now whom you are waiting be your contributor.
My name is Bernard Balogun. I greet you, Ordinary President.
Okay, Dr. Bernard Balogun, what will be your contributor?
My contribution is on 3 legs. First, the issue of ADC, Ordinary President. I live in a place called BIG, Ordinary President. Most houses, though where I live, I have a meter. My flat has a meter. But very many houses in this environment, very many houses, Ordinary President, they are not metered. They give them estimated billing every month. Yet there is no light. Every month, a man that lives in one bedroom, one room and parlor, they will give him about 11,000.
How much did they pay before?
Well, I don't know, but for me, Ordinary President, when I was living in that area, Ordinary President, there were times I would pay 15,000 naira in a month, but because the person went there before no pay money, I was forced to pay sometimes 30,000 naira in a month. Now, Ordinary President, where I live, sometimes I buy my charge of about 3,000. It will last me. But what I'm saying, I'm not complaining for myself, Ordinary President. I am complaining for people whose houses are not metered. They give them estimated billing. Okay. They will be giving them like 20,000 for a room, yet they will not have light for even 10 days in a month. I think that is not right.
Thank you very much.
One leg of the story, sir. The second leg, what somebody said. Now he had talked about how he wants to transfer vehicles using petrol to gas. This is part of communication, Ordinary President. They should let people know what they are doing. The people, government officials are too far alienated from the people.
And you know, even this appearance where you appear now free of charge.
And you see what he has brought to us. What is national orientation doing? Ordinary President, you know what happened. You remember the case of Oshodi. You remember the case of Oshodi. The Director General Budget had treated Oshodi's matter in April. Up to August, somebody in that office was still asking Oshodi's wife to bring about 250,000.
Until Oshodi himself died.
Before, thank God that you intervened, Ordinary President. That is the experience now we are going through regarding the issue.
After serving this country.
I'm telling you, after serving this country, they set him on jail, but that is not the issue. See what you are doing now, Ordinary President, regarding this road safety man. That even the commercial had approved, but
they have approved. The Ministry of Finance refused to pay.
They did not communicate to the man. If they had communicated to the man will now know how to go. The man is dying in penury. Now people are there sitting on top of his fight.
Thank you.
Is this right? please,
Thank
the
you.
essay to the president in the area of communication, they should activate their communication system. I thank you, Ordinary President.
Thank
Good
you,
morning.
Dr. Bernard Balogun. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. My brothers, my sisters, we don't take, at least make we allow the special advisor to the president on infrastructure. Somebody want to talk? We can take 2 more contributions, but make we take 2 minutes. Hello?
Ordinary President,
Hello, Elder. Good morning, yes, sir.
please, what I want you to know this morning is that what you are revealing to us is that you are going deep to link us to the government. The American research study show that SAs are the problem of Buhari government. They don't relate the actual truth to him. That's why I had to listen to all the discussion by the SA.
Elder, how can an SA be the problem, not the minister?
Because they don't tell the minister except Dr. Jumai, who is always reaching the minister. She's a lady.
The SA may not have direct access to the president easily. So the problem, you see, make we no carry plane where goat suppose carry give cat for inside compound. Now, but now you get the reason why you talk say na SAs be the problem. Give us the reason why you talk so.
The opinion, NOY polls showed that one of the problems of Nigeria is the leaders don't have the actual truth except through Brekete radio. But to gather Brekete radio research findings to the actual persons, except like you dey talk, you call the police, you call the army, you call everybody. Many radio stations cannot reach minister. Look at how you're bringing the minister of finance. Look at how you brought the first president of Nigeria. The problem is making them know the real story, and SA means special advisor.
The ogas themselves no go talk say they no dey aware of wetin dey happen. Na for moon dem dey live. They no get relations. They no get relations. They no get in-laws.
No, but look at the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs. They said she chose a photographer to be her SA. And that photographer does not allow people, media, to reach. Have you heard any media talk about the Minister of Humanitarian Services?
Yes, they talk about when she feed children waiting for her house during COVID-19. We heard that one. Elder, you get anything to tell the SA infrastructure, even if not message to the president?
I'm begging him to see whether he can bring all the SAs together. I can organize and we talk on as a group, all of the SAs when they work for different
He is not an SSA. He is an SA.
Okay, I said SA. Let get meeting with, like you talked about Pitag today. There's an SA Pitag who should tell them, you talk about Nigerians dying in poverty because of their pension. We need to have a synergy of meeting, just like you are doing now. It's not because you are educated and you are powerful, you have connection, otherwise, many other people cannot reach these ministries or agencies. So if he can do it for us, so he can have a general feeling of what Nigerians are going through, from road, from health, from what do you call that, women affairs.
Thank you, sir.
People that are owing. Somebody should intercede on their behalf.
Thank you, sir. This women affairs where you mentioned, somebody call me which day be that, whether na yesterday or na yesterday. He say, Minister of Women Affairs, they share palliatives. Say they won't give Brekete family. I said, when they forget, he said no. Say they day for where they share. I say, when they expect us to come collect the small palliatives, I say, we know they come. Can you imagine? Ministry of Women Affairs call us, make we come collect palliatives.
Madam President, so if you read my text, I've told you that we have gone one step now. You are bringing the Minister of Finance because she's sitting on many Nigerians' problems.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
It's a great blessing from the glorious God.
Thank you,
from
sir.
God to you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Amen.
After the what do you call it? After this program, I'll come and talk with you private.
Okay, let's appreciate Elder Ima Okoro, aka the nationalist. My brothers, my sisters, if I look at an assistant time, don't they give us signal. First of all, we go appreciate the special advisor to the president on infrastructure. I think he deserves a standing ovation. He deserves a standing ovation. Let's give him a standing ovation. Please, let's appreciate. Let's appreciate. Thank you. No, sit down, sir. It is for you. They are honoring you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. You see, until we begin to appreciate little efforts like this, others will not be encouraged to do even the little. Hello, good morning, Your Excellency, Distinguished Ambassador Poto of France.
My honorary president.
How is France today?
France is okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
May God Almighty, the God of heaven, continue to guide and protect you.
Amen.
And a wonderful crew.
Amen, and you too, sir.
And all our representatives, may God bless you now for stepping on our foot for this divine station.
Amen.
I beg, the man that come from Villa, make you the come, because the problem where we get, he reach 1,000. Make not be to them, you'll be a last day.
No, now anything wey concern infrastructure, now concern the two people where they assign from Villa, made them they call regularly. We not see them again.
I beg, make you try to come. If we want to make this our society move forward, make una dey come, because no matter how man be, the last job they always fall in between knees. We the formula. This go dey move. No matter how small the you be, na two hands they take carry am. Make una no look say na ordinary president be this. This is too much.
Thank you, sir.
They are what they call talent, inborn and multi-talent. That will see so. I beg.
Thank you, sir.
We have a lot to say.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you so much.
Give us.
God and protect you.
Amen, and you too, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Yes, sir. Let's appreciate His Excellency. My brothers, my sisters, if we are looking at an assistant time, then they give us signal to do the signal, make we attend to our custom people will come. But before then, the SA to the president on media, on infrastructure, you get one infrastructure case where I want make you take back to the presidency. You get a community, children and wives of soldiers who serve this country, where they live for one community for Niger State, where even the emir then used them as a shield, because when they hear say soldiers don't they live inside the emir community, other people were supposed come to fight war, to annex the land like they happened that time, because of the presence of these soldiers, they no fit annex the land, and this land was given to them. Government no pay them money, even though government compromise they go pay them money, but they no pay till today. These people, they live inside this place. All of a sudden, after more than 10 years, after more than 20 years, after more than 30 years, how many years?
46 years.
After 46 years, a local government chairman came, sold where people are living, their burial grounds, their churches, their mosques, their schools, their community not far from Suleja prison. But no member of that community is inside Suleja prison because of the discipline. In that community, every parent, now parent he be to every child. Now so then they live until this man carry caterpillar and bulldozer and this thing, come they demolish their houses. They even kill people in the course. You get one man where they take, waiting the name of this motor where they take climb that man. They take armor tank, climb somebody alive. They shoot one girl where they come back from school. They shoot one woman where carry pikin for back. Yet Niger State government no talk anything about them. This na state where former presidents don't come from. This na states wey bin get governor, yet nobody seem to care. I don't know whether if the state no care, whether the presidency fit show concern. Young man, please, you and my aunties and uncle, make una come, make una use 5 minutes, make una explain the situation. Please pass the microphone over to him, and I want you to go with them to the villa. Let the villa know, because during election, polling center dey for that same community where they can't demolish. Their vote follow bring President Muhammadu Buhari and Osibanjo into office. Now they have been abandoned and neglected.
Good morning, ordinary president.
Forget protocol, go straight to the point.
I am by name David Samuel Gaya, the spokesman.
And then the mama there,
she's very.
I am Aisha Idris Talib.
Now where them born you?
Abdullahi Ali, I'm Kaduna State.
Wait. Now for where them born you?
Suleja.
How old are you, ma?
I'm 52.
Okay. And you, sir?
Abdullahi Ali, I'm from Kaduna State, sir.
How old are you, sir?
75 years, sir.
75 years.
Yes, sir.
You are one of the people that have been affected.
Yes, sir.
Now, you start the story, but these elders will complete the story.
We are a community that have lived for the
past. Name of the community?
The name of our community is Old Army Barracks, Suleja, situated not too far from the Federal Capital Territory. In early 1973, after the Civil War, our parents, then young soldiers, migrated from the east and were looking for settlement. The then Emir of blessed memory, His Royal Highness Suleiman Barrow, decided to give them that land. But because of their level of exposure and education as of then, nobody seek for document. They gathered their money and give him in form of appreciation. Then, no document, nothing. And these people use what was paid to them as Udoji allowance to build their barracks. Early in the 1980s, some of them were transferred to the then Kwantagora barracks. And some of them were retired compulsorily from the army without compensation or even pension. Because most of them were uneducated, they did not even know how to pursue their benefits or their pension. Hence, they have no place to go and they have no money. And knowing fully that this settlement was a place they acquired with their sweat. I remember I was told, because I wasn't born then, that the then head of state in person of General Yakubu Gowon visited the community in a helicopter. I was surprised with the structures he saw. I was shocked that these people use their money. And he said, no any military facility that's supposed to be built by individuals' resources, that their money will be compensated, just as the ordinary president said. But unfortunately, not quite long after that, he was toppled in the bloodless coup d'etat that overthrew him from power. There is no place in record that our parents were paid for that land or even for the structures. So in the first place, to establish the fact that Ministry of Defense did not acquire that land, and Ministry of Defense did not build that structure for them to claim ownership, and it has been verified by one of our Brekete family lawyers, by person of Barrister Paul Ede, who is privileged to be one of the secretaries to military estate properties, who went and did the research. We were told that in 2010 there was a transfer of agreement between Nigerian Defense with Niger State Development Company to the tune of 54 million naira. It will interest this house and the whole world to know that we have a population of over 10,000 inhabitants. We have our Muslim cemetery and the Christian cemetery staying adjacent each other. We have the Izala mosque, we have the central mosque. You know the structures of the barrack, just like on our campuses. We have the Protestant, the Catholic, and the major central mosques. These individuals came, no compensation, nothing, and we just see bulldozers and everything. Our boys reacted, they prevented them. The ordinary president, in his goodwill, decided to send a team of experts. He said every story has a two sides. Let them go and verify our claims. And after going, we went to the local government secretariat along with Barrister Agan, Barrister Paul Ede, and those that represented the ordinary president. And they could see from the truth that this is the case. The ordinary president said he doesn't have money. He doesn't know these poor people, but if they have paid Niger State, NSDC, have paid defense 54 million, he don't want to dig deep. He is going to raise, along with his partners and kind-hearted Nigerians, to the tune of 60 million. There's to
give them profit of
6 million, so that they will allow these poor people to live in peace. But because of that, even the then chairman that was duly elected in person of Honorable Diko Abdullahi, yes, that is, we call him attacker, was impeached unconstitutionally by the councillors because of that. They heard that he was in partnership with us to refund their money. Overnight they impeached him and brought a stooge that did their work in person of Abdullah Ishuaib Umaji. As I speak with you, September this year, September 4th, become 3 years that we are rendered homeless. Permit me to digress a little. I'm here to give update, but I want to say something. Please, here, what is happening here is real. Some people think here it is tricks. Sometimes, late last year, I was here because the Niger State government have not looked into our plight. Nobody, I repeat, nobody except this house that receive us with loving arm. Not mind if we are Christians or pagans or Muslim. The ordinary president promised to help us with the tune of $500,000 naira, 500,000. I tell you, in less than 10 minutes, that money was transferred to my own account. That was a reality. To the faith where I belong, there were 10 lepers that were healed by the master. Only one returned to say thanks. I will never fail to do this because he said these crayfish monies, I quote him verbatim, should not cause quarrel. I remember going back, I gathered the community because we are more than 97% in one location waiting to go back. And I saw the heart of the ordinary president. I borrowed a leaf from his heart. I know he always cares for widows and the sick. So I decided, I was thinking maybe we'll have like 100 widows. I said each widow, because the community said no, I should keep this money and be using it for the cause of this struggle because I have lived the community. Truly, I only come because of threat to my life. I only come from time to time to see them. So I said no, he did not give me to keep, but for the people of this community. I have witnesses and records. So I bought an exercise book along with the youth secretary, with she and the widow's leader. I said each widow will collect this chinkiri money, at least 2,000. And I gave no widow in that community that did not collect. But unfortunately for the sick, only few got based on the amount of money. We are saying with a heart of gratitude, thank you, sir. I want to say this, even though it's emotional, that 4 of our mothers that have benefited from this 2,000 are no more there in the grave. One of them is Mama Meru. I remember that the prayer they did for you, though they're in their grave, these 4 women. Mama Meru was here now. Yes, I think she was among the people that collected. And one mama we call Mama Zuru, Mama Baya. The house is at the back side of the bar. We call Mama Baya. They prayed for you that God will keep you. Your enemies will not see your front. They are in their grave, but I have to tell you this because they benefit from the little of your kind heart. May God bless you, sir. Amen. We are grateful. What we want to say to the whole world, no amount of charm, divination, and sacrifice that we're making on that land that will deter us. As we speak now, they are selling the land to third party that it is in the name of market. I want to borrow this opportunity and advise the buyers, because if they did not know, anybody that is buying there is investing in the sea, because we are going back to our land. Yes. With our leader, the ordinary president, we are going back to the land. It's just a matter of time. I want to make it known that the National Assembly, through the able leadership of the ordinary president, Akamak Allah follow us severally. There was a time we leave that place after 8. Through the hearing, public committee headed by Barrister Nkem Abunta of the 8th Assembly. We sat first hearing, second, third, fourth. Then they were asked to maintain existing status quo, not to go into that land. Then after that, it was moved to Rules and Business Committee. I never know all this. At least it was the ordinary president gave me the privilege to have this knowledge. From there, it was moved to plenary. And at there, the National Assembly on the 14th of April 2018 handed over this land back to us. But these individuals that are greedy more than the grave refused to pack out. And we could have gone back, but we don't want more casualties. Because as we speak, they have the facts, we have the facts, and the National Assembly have ruled. Now the matter is before the National Assembly Committee on Legislative Compliance. It is because of the lockdown and the recess they went to. And he also handed us over to Public Complaint Commission. And 2 weeks before the lockdown, they were in their community for first-hand sightseeing for the first time since the demolition, April the Public Complaints Commission. Yes, they do appreciate the Public Complaints Commission and the National Assembly. When we are able to show them around, including our graveyard, our land was not just enough for them to sell, but graveyard, especially the Christian cemetery, has tiles and other things to indicate this grave. They bring bulldozer and bulldoze everything. My immediate family, I have 4 people. Elders. Yes, I have 4 people of my immediate family that are lying there that I cannot identify where they were put. my immediate younger brother, my father, my elder sister, and my nephew are there. I'm talking of my immediate family. Hundreds of people have been buried here from 1973, a population of over 10,000 people. As I speak with you now, they think they have upper hand because they are selling the land. We have said it time without number. Government have right to take property if there is proper negotiation. If it is of issue of overriding public interest, if institutions' roads are to be built. But we discovered that the engineer side of the barrack, they have the larger hectares of land, that because our people are majorly peasant farmers. And an international market is being built there. We're not concerned about that. It's the artillery barrack where we reside, where we are fending for our daily living. As we speak with you, we want our land back, and we know by the grace of God and with the ordinary president, because what I want to make an appeal is for us to meet with the Honorable Chief Commissioner. So if you can book an appointment with us, with him for us, either today or tomorrow, we'll be grateful so that this matter will be resolved and we go back to our land. Because our people have been dying of hunger, frustration, sir. If I should start naming names now without book, after that till now we have lost over 300 people. That I without book, yes, out of frustration, high blood pressure and everything, with facts and reality.
The name of that policeman we can't they shoot openly.
Mohamed Laboji, because of the bad he did, he has to relocate. They relocated him to Gombe. Yes, we are following tracks, and because of what we are learning from you, openly, the people they kill, those that were shot, you know, you have the picture.
Yes,
we gave
sir.
you,
Yes, sir.
and we put some in banner. When our boys took some of our victims for treatment, they refused and they turned them, both the police and the security agents.
That was how some of them
we tried. Many of them died like that. But God help us to secure one that will sneak the body to a major general hospital, and at the end, after 4 days, I collected a death certificate with the primary cause of death and the secondary death as an evidence tomorrow, so that when we want to look for facts, we'll have facts. So we have the cause of death from a government hospital, not private hospital, as an indication of the death. So we are appealing to many Nigerians.
Hold it there. Is this young man not eloquent enough? Now, this is a product of that same community. This is a product of that same community. You are asking for an audience with the Honorable Chief Commissioner.
Yes, sir.
I am creating an audience for you to see the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We are grateful. Thank you.
And this land, from the documents I have, from the facts I have, belongs to you.
Thank you very much, sir.
You see, those days, in my village as we speak now, we, the sons of the soils, they don't sell land to us. The chief of the community will just go and say, from here, you take a stone, they will mark. It will land somewhere, somebody will stand there. They will stand there, true. They say, this is your land. Witnesses, no paper. As at today, I'm talking to you, and it is established, nobody will contest it. The one way they give me my neighbor, we don't do Oga for Abuja here. I no one mention his name. In fact, Dr. Sidi, the same village. If they call me, he say, you never come build your house. I say, I never get money to build. He is my next door neighbor. If to say now for some communities, as I no come, he go remove him block, enter my own. As he be say, since when they even give me the land, I no go see him. Now my mother and my siblings go see the land. But it is established that I am the owner. Talk more of 1973. That time, na Sadana method than they do. How they take get ABU? Of blessed memory, may he so rest in peace. They go down, they go. They go the Jews, they go. If Namoto, they go. We don't run like from here to Gwagwalada. They say, here to the now Koma. They go turn again. Now how ABU take a whole community be that? Make anybody go tell me, say, see paper, we then give ABU that time. I don't know if you understand that is, now that time where people word now honor it be to them. Here now in this our generation, even with the papers, somebody go contest them. Now they do double allocation. Somebody go forge your documents. When I go come the contest. Those days, if person enter your land, you don't need to quarrel with them. You go just come out your barefoot, put on the land and say, this land where you dey drag with me, if not be my own, make them bury me here. But if not my own, make them bury you here. You come out. You don't need to go to any court. Which lawyer go come the blue law here? If the law of the land is dealing with the situation there and then. Person where they drag land, you go see them, sickness don't start. The one where get luck, as the sickness don't they carry on, the family go tell them, leave this land, confess. Hey, the land not my own. Now because I see say yam they big for that. As he confess, they forgive him. He will wake up. No be now. What are we saying now? These people's land must be given back to them. Amen. That local government chairman where they impeach unlawfully, I don't know. Tell him to bring his complaint to Brekete family and we will follow up until he gets justice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now, the man from the villa, this is something that borders on infrastructure because anything building now, in case person go to say no be government follow inside. Look, state government, local government, police keep people, they carry all our government. Now, villa is here. Make una clap now. If you decide say you no go collect the microphone, if you no clap well, clap well. No, make a hold for you.
Ordinary President, I believe without communication, advocacy, and bringing out some of these problems, much injustice will go unidentified in this country. So having this platform that many people feel comfortable coming and bringing their problems is something that we need to continue, and we will continue to support you to do that work. This question on solutions versus complaints is something we will work on. This is a very sad story. It is the height of criminality from what I hear, and any injustice done to one Nigerian is an injustice to all, and we must work on this issue. So I will commit here to Ordinary President to personally take this up. We will engage with the community, get full details from what you've gathered, and we will find a resolution. Even with the Niger state government, we have our ways. So
and even the National Assembly with all their findings.
Yes, with all their findings. You know, as a Nigerian, this is very sad, and I promise here on live radio that we will do something about it. I will personally take it up.
You see, you don't take away with they see politicians, and we can see even from their body language that they never meant what they are saying. But between you and your God here, all of us, between us and our God, I'm not supposed to bring God into this matter. From the way this young man is talking, you can see that he's saddened. He is bitter. He is already connecting with these people's pains. Sir, as you feel the pains of those that are not up to your standard, may God Almighty continue to uplift you higher and higher.
Amen.
May you not go astray in life.
Amen.
Sir, I'm not just happy. I am very, very proud of you, sir. I don't know whether I will have the honor of having a handshake with you, sir. Thank you, sir. No, you don't understand. We don't have many of them. We don't have many of them. We don't. majority of what we have is mere lip service and eye service. For you to see someone that is truly committed is very rare. We need to encourage people like this. People that will feel the pains of other people as if they are the ones in the problem. There are not many. Sir, congratulations once again. May God Almighty continue to bless and protect you, sir. Amen. Please sit down, sir. I'll soon release you, sir. I'll soon release you. I know you are feeling sleepy and hungry. Sorry, you won't fall. If you fall here, you don't enter trouble. We have closed down the Human Rights Radio for 2 months, pending the outcome of the investigation. One leg to an SA falling. And people were behind him, they could not hold him. Even the ordinary president, we learned, was the person that kicked him. My brothers, my sisters, if I look at an assistant and then they give a signal to the signal, make we continue to the van, not they go. With this one way we do. And I see say my elder brothers here, you see, for you to know how prepared they are so relaxed. They've been listening and internalizing everything that has been going on. Let's appreciate them. Where you go, no person where no they ready. Where you just come just for the sake of coming. You no go see I'm sit down like this. Once you see person, you invite person, you no agree sit down inside. You sit down. Now do make you finish, make I dey go. This school I no go, now be my problem. It just say I go school, eh? Oh no. I for do this thing. The highest school now I for go. This highest certificate. This card where this thing where they give person finish school. Certificate. The highest certificate now be diploma. Diploma and degree, which one have you passed? Even from mouth. Degree is just like diploma. You have it. Now one old man for our area, may he so rest in peace. The one boy called the hello sending kebab. They say, one number, he say, and English, he got degree for English. Degree got at Turanchi. Now the Malamba just vex. Degree Banza, degree Wavi. Who the fuck come out to Kuloma? Degree what? Who when we see people who got to Kuloma, you don't talk about degree. At least make her soften the mood small. My brothers, my sisters, when I look at an assistant and they give us signal to do the signal, first of all, make we respect their rights as human beings. I will give them microphone. They will decide whether make we continue this program today or then create time, come some other time, because we don't know waiting them how they don't program themselves. Everybody sabi say 7:30 to 10 o'clock. Maybe they get appointment for 10:30, 11 somewhere. Make we no come do waiting, go invite them one day. They no go agree come. And they get their reason. They say, if you go, you know they come out on time. So make we hear from my big brother, sir. What do you think, sir?
No, ordinary president, we are ready.
Hey! Meaning to say, make we shift until tomorrow be that. What do you talk, Abi?
No, sir. We are ready to stay along.
Sir, what about you, sir?
We are ready. My guy has spoken. We are ready. Help me with water.
No, they clap. You never tire. Now to beg them, you remain now.
Thank you.
Yes. You see, you know go good make the SA to the president on infrastructure, make it come out, make them sit down. You go good make the customs escort the man from the presidency, so that from there we can go arrest. Let them go arrest. Good idea, yes?
Let them cover their own.
Let's appreciate it. Let's appreciate it. Daisy, escort him. Make one escort him. Oh, you don't answer. You they go. Oh yeah. Hey, wait. Say, sir. Make one go meet him.
Okay.
Make one go meet him.
Thank you, Brekete.
The villa with him. Quickly now, before their motor go move. Una they go villa. They go villa. Oh, phone they get. Okay, my brothers, comfort. This one now, comfort, complete package. This one now, comfort, full option. My brothers, my sisters, we will hand over the microphone to because their matter may be something where we will just do small. If we do, we will need to take a minimum of 30 phone calls from outside, and we will take. So my maker being one beg them, but they talk say make we still do. Anytime I see me cut body for, when I know say when I go just put my hand for my mouth, when I go they off the mic, carry me go. Yeah. We will prepare, because anybody will want cover himself now, not to faint. And not be me go be the first person to faint. Even recently it happened for National Assembly. Although my own no be money, then they ask me. Sir, over to you, sir. Okay, give him the VIP microphone. You honor for them? Yes, sir.
Hambelembe. Once again, I am Deputy Comptroller of Customs, Joseph Atta, the Public Relations Officer. I am here with my boss, the Comptroller in charge of the Valuation Unit, Comptroller Usman Buhari. In response to the letter from the Brekete family signed by the ordinary president himself to the Comptroller General of Customs, he had directed the Comptroller Valuation with me, the Public Relations Officer, to come and honor the invitation and provide information to Nigerians. So it is my pleasure to hand over the microphone first to my boss, who will address the issues raised on that letter, after which we get into interactive sessions where we can provide answers to questions as they arise. With your permission, sir, I'll hand over to the controller.
Once again, my name is Usman Buhari, Controller Valuation Headquarters. Dr. Ordinary Ahmed Isa, members of the audience present in the studio, and all Nigerians listening and watching. I bring you greetings from the Comptroller General of Customs, Colonel Hamid Ali retired, and officers and men of the service. I will be speaking on some issues as highlighted by Ordinary President in the letter to the service. The Nigerian Customs Service function, among others, to impose the fiscal policy of government in the area of importation, exportation, and the manufacture of accessible goods. There are other functions which can be sourced from Nigerian Customs Service website, www.customs.gov.ng. Now we will address the issues as highlighted in your letter, the Ordinary President. First, high custom duty and tariff rates being imposed at different ports in the country. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, member countries adopted 5 band of regional customs external tariff, common external tariff, CET. The 5 bands of the tariffs are as follows. We have 0% duty rate on essential basic goods like essential drugs, not produced locally, and machinery. 5% duty rate on basic necessities, basic raw materials, capital goods. 10% duty rate on inputs and intermediary products. 20% duty rate on final consumer goods or finished goods. Then lastly, 35% rate of duty on basic goods, luxury goods, for economic development in certain sectors of government.
Okay, sir, you may have to go back, sir.
Yes, please.
Each of these categories,
Yes, please.
explain to us and give us an example.
Okay.
Good idea, yes?
Yes. Like I've mentioned,
The mic, sir, the mic.
like I have mentioned, 0% rate of duty is on essential basic goods.
Example.
Example, medicaments for malaria, raw materials. Another brand, 5% rate of duty, that is necessity. Also, basic raw materials imported.
Example.
Example, the raw materials for manufacturing industries. Let me see industry, what they bring in to produce items.
How many percent?
5%.
5%.
Yes.
Any raw material where you bring in to produce anything
Good.
for basic necessity,
Yes, please.
5%.
Rate of duty. But let me add here, like I've said earlier, that I intend to do that later.
Okay, so go ahead. Let me not interrupt you. Just go ahead.
Okay, because I'll be more detailed.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Like, you mentioned, like you mentioned in your letter,
Yes, sir.
sometimes we add rate of duty anyhow. So just to give you an example, it may be 5%, but there may be levy. Why? So that we encourage locally manufactured items, locally manufactured in Nigeria here.
Okay,
If
sir.
you import raw material, for instance, 5%, at the same time, some medicaments are 5%. So how can they compete now with the items produced in Nigeria? So that's why you see 5% duty rate, but at the same time, 20% levy. So that to encourage the local industry.
If it is cheaper abroad,
Yes.
then why should it be more expensive in Nigeria? If it is cheaper in Nigeria, nobody will want to buy from another country.
No, that's
Well,
what,
continue,
that's
sir.
what I'm explaining to
So
you.
you don't even need to reduce or put one levy in order to encourage the local people. Just allow them. You do your own, I do my own.
Ordinary President,
Yes, sir.
maybe you didn't understand well. Let me explain.
Yes, sir.
What I'm saying, if Nigerian government allowed you to go and import items, necessities, for instance, at 0%, at the same time, some of these items are produced here. How can the imported one be competed now with the Nigerian? So that's why that levy is introduced.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Go
That's
ahead. Because of the paper you are reading, no, I'll hold it for you.
okay. Then I have intermediary goods, which is 10%, which you import, then you add value to it to be fully product. Then you go to final consumer goods, finished products, which are 20% rate of duty. Then the lastly is 35% specific good, luxury good, 35%. what I have said, I will explain to you. In a bid to encourage local production and discourage importation of items that can be produced locally in Nigeria and also protect domestic industries, the federal government of Nigeria, through physical policy measures, has placed an import adjustment tax. That is the levies I have mentioned, Mr. President. These levies collected by custom on behalf of other agencies are meant to discourage importation of this item and boost the various sectors engaged in local production. Example here, the 35% levy on imported brand new vehicles collected for National Automotive Council to boost automotive sector.
Do we produce any car in Nigeria? No.
No, we do.
Which one?
We do.
Innoson is planning to move to Ghana as we speak.
Well, there may be some issues here and there.
It is frustration from the government.
Go ahead, the 50% sugar levy for National Sugar Council. Another one is $1,500 per metric ton, 40% levy on tomatoes for tomato industry. The Nigerian Customs Service, therefore, does not have statutory power to increase or reduce rate of duty of any item. The service is saddled with the task of implementing government physical policy measures, among others. The unwholesome practice by some officers and men of Nigerian service, which you highlighted in your letter. The Comptroller General of Customs has reiterated that there is zero tolerance for corruption, unwholesome practices in the service, and has put several mechanisms in place to ensure that corruption is eliminated while transparency and efficiency is ensured. That being said, there will always be a few bad officers who will compromise and carry out acts that will mar the integrity of service. But the Nigerian public is assured that such officers are regularly being fished out and disciplinary action taken against them to serve as a deterrent to others. Then, Ordinary President, you mentioned inconsistency on duty rate. The Nigerian Customs Service apparently operates World Trade Organization Agreement on Custom Valuation, which is signed into law as Nigeria Act 20, the 70, volume 90 in 2003. The agreement stipulates that custom valuation shall be specific, based on the actual price of goods to be valued, which is generally shown on the invoice. This is known as transaction value. This therefore allows the importer the privilege to make his own declaration of the actual price of the item. It is based on that actual price that of what has been declared by the importer. These 5 other methods which can help customs, if they are in doubt, to ascertain and finally falls back. What this means in essence, Nigerian customs does not have benchmark prices for imported goods. Therefore, rates for items can be fixed exactly the same because it depends on the value declared. So, Ordinary President, this is the summary of your letter.
Technical presentation.
Yes.
So, Mr. Atta, will I say,
whichever country you come from, if it is 20%, it's 20%. But the difference will be how your own country, what is the interest of your own country at a given time. You gave example of the 35% levy on automotive policy of the federal government. Now, the idea was that the Nigeria as a member state of that ECOWAS, is desirous of producing its own vehicle. So those who are driving that mission came together, and in the wisdom of the federal government of Nigeria, they said the only way to encourage local production is to levy the importation of a brand new vehicle. So the 35% is already the general one that I've told you, which every member must do. Then the nation now imposed another 35% levy. You see the difference now? If, for instance, Cotonou, like Niger, decide not to impose on their own, it means if you are an indigene there, you import, you pay what? 35%. But if you are in Nigeria, because your own government imposed the levy of 35%, if you import the same thing brand new, you are now paying what? 70%. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is the explanation now. Now, it is the duty of customs of every nation to implement what the government has okayed, to implement the policy. Why the customs of the other country will implement their own 35% for a brand new vehicle, the custom of Nigeria will implement what? 70%. Now, the question now is whether that is the fault of customs of Nigeria.
It can never be.
God bless you. So the customs can only now give advice from our experience, because we implement, we listen to people, we hear, we see situations.
With this explanation now, it be like we are bus driver and conductor day. 4 seats now remain. They don't carry 2 passengers. You remain how many? Can't carry 1 again. You remain how many? 1. They can't carry 1 again. You remain how many? 0. Then driver still they tell them, call passenger, call passenger. So you know what be the fault of the conductor, because they tell them make you call passenger. If the passenger come, now then know how they go squeeze them. If you inconvenience people, may them complain to the driver, meaning to say the Nigerian government now them no consider the citizens, and customs their own not to call the passenger even if the motor don't full, not to collect the money even if you not get the money. Let's appreciate the customs.
Then another one that we need explanation. You made reference to concession, and reference was made to the DCG T&T. Now, thank God, when you were discussing with the special advisor to Mr. President, there was a reference to a particular letter, and people are saying some of these things can be fake and all that. I can't remember exactly something we were talking.
As you won't use them as example
yes,
for
I could not really remember. Now, what happened is, when you import, you don't wake up overnight to import, isn't it? You pass through the process. If you know that this thing demands a particular concession, as you are processing the process of importation, as you have started contacting the manufacturer and all that, you're supposed to start writing your letter if you are applying to federal government for concession. That's what you're supposed to do. In fact, your concession letter or import duty exemption certificate, IDEC, should have even arrived at the customs even before your goods come. But unfortunately, some of our brothers and sisters, you know what they used to say, putting the cart before the horse. If we allow everything come to Nigeria, it has landed. That is when you go and start looking for your IDEC. And when the thing comes, you want this person to do it today.
This item, is it genuine or fake?
No, I'm not even
no. If the item is genuine, then you don't have
wait.
any reason not to honor this item.
We are here to provide
explanation.
And I'm here to ask questions.
Yes, so I will answer you. No, I'm coming to genuineness or no genuineness. Of course, even if you don't ask, I'll come to that. Definitely. Of course, there is need to even verify. That one, even there. I don't even want to come to that side yet. I want to touch the real root of some of these issues. The issue of genuine or not genuine might just be one out of so many. The most recurrent issue, which I'm giving you now, if they did not tell you, is that you will not do things the time you are supposed to do. When your goods arrived, before you go and look for something, you should have even, as if, like a man when your wife get belly, 9 months notice. Now when your wife dey labor, that's why you are rushing for money to buy them for something. 9 months notice. So that is the kind of example. The area where they say when they go to that office, they don't treat them immediately. They don't treat them immediately. Even if it comes, you must minute it to the head. The head will minute it back. It has to be verified, isn't it? And when they are verifying now, mind you, your goods is already on ground. So you begin to panic that as it's on ground, demurrage will enter.
Some of these people will go now since Jonathan time and then give them that waiver. Yes.
No. No, that one, I can say it on a live radio and TV that is far from the truth.
Okay, now, wait now.
I don't.
You get any businessman where you know? I don't want to mention anybody's name. I know they quarrel. You get any businessman where you know if they produce and if they import, where no they pay any money to now?
Business.
Yes.
Where they
businessman. I don't want to mention anybody's name, but me I know.
Somebody import or manufactured and he doesn't pay government duty.
Yes.
It's not possible.
No.
Unless he has a waiver.
Now the waiver now they talk so, and this man has been in business. Many governments don't come, worker leave them, and he still they do business, and you know they pay. I don't want to mention name when I suppose no. Elder, Elder, you know what they talk about, you know.
I understand, my president.
But they don't go hear them from our mouth.
Yes, sir. Ordinary president, if somebody, federal government decided to give him a waiver to import, custom doesn't have any issue. And I'm even assuring you that the IDEC has been automated from finance. It comes directly to us. Okay. So once you come, you can verify, and it is treated immediately.
Okay, yes. Thank you. At least they don't answer us. The one way we no go, not be everything that they come out for public. After the program, I go whisper. Now something we don't know, but you know, if person knows something, you tell you say you know no, you no go force him to talk. Say you know. Yes, no problem. Yes. So my brothers, my sisters, when I don't hear the explanation we then give, the bottom line here be say, majority of the issue where we think say na custom fault, not be their fault. Now physical policy where they for ground, na in them they implement, but they fit advice. Just like that conductor fit tell the driver say, this engine where you tell say make we put this woman, the cover of the engine they hot to. Now so last time, one woman sit down with her son, the pikin they cry, we think say na just after they come down now we see say the pikin bomb don't burn as a result of the heat of the engine. Custom fit advise government. If other countries will sign this same treaty where you talk, fit decide say we not go make life difficult for our people. As we know, say we know they produce this thing. Since independence, Nigeria don't ever produce car. Even Peugeot they make noise now assemble with the assembling plant. This national automotive when I talk say they carry money go give in order to encourage. See some young boys for Aba, they don't come up with ideas of how to make cars. Some for Zaria, some nobody has given them any support. Where is this money going to? I don't talk about. You get some government offices where they just create and make them settle some families. They know they advertise when they do recruitment. Now after they don't do recruitment finish, they go advertise. Then una go come apply. They go carry una application keep for record purpose. We know. Now, this thing where we they talk, we know they produce. Tell me what will they produce for this country? Even the rice where will they produce? Some people cannot go to farm to harvest their rice now. Now flood don't come now. It don't wash the rice away. You say maybe they no bring in rice. Foreign rice is cheaper than Nigerian rice. How possible? How? What is the magic behind it? What is the rationale behind foreign rice being cheaper than our own Nigerian rice in Nigeria? Ginger. You harvest ginger from Kafanchan, Zonkua, and Co. To produce the ginger here in Nigeria will cost you more money than you harvesting, buying the raw material, taking it to Ghana to produce. You can afford to sell it cheaper than a Nigerian that bought the raw material in Nigeria, produced in Nigeria. Then something is fundamentally wrong somewhere. It means some of our leaders are confused. And it is high now time for us now. And then they're confused. Make we hold them for one place, tell them, say, this direction way when they go different, now confusion. See the right direction. That is our responsibility as Nigerians. How can we are not producing? If you see better toothpick for Nigeria, nobody here than do now import the importer. Nigerian toothpick, some of them they bitter from out, some the sharpness, you know they sharp well when you put it like this, it go bend for your mouth. And now our bamboo then they pack go to China, go polish them, just because the machine that is supposed to polish this toothpick, we won't bring them into Nigeria. The Nigerian government plus customs go frustrate your life. You buy the machine, an equivalent of 10 million naira. The lifespan of the machine is 7 years. They give you 75% or 70%, you pay. It don't be 17 million naira. You come, better light no day. You go need diesel to run the generator. You go do this, you go do that before you know what is happening. Many, I'm sorry to say this, but we're not supposed to hear them, so that when I want to advise the government, we can advise them properly. I know 6 companies that are planning to move out of Nigeria any moment from now. One of them, I mean 2 of them are going to Rwanda. One of them is, one of them plus one hotel owner is moving to Kenya. And we should encourage the few ones that have been able to survive. Now I make an agree mention that man name where they enjoy waiver all through many governments, yes. Because it don't create employment, it they engage. Now at least even if the man know they pay tax, immediately after Corona now, some companies, government for abroad go tell them, say, no reduce workers, please. Because they know say unemployment a problem it be to them. Say pay them 30%. We the government will go augment the 70% in order to encourage the business person. Now what thing then they do for other countries be that. House rent, they call landlords, they say from social period to social period, no bother your tenants. If you have any issues, come to the government. We, for our country, now then they increase fuel price. Now then they increase light price. Something is fundamentally wrong with our leadership, and something must be done about it. Yes, sir. Now we custom day here. We go open telephone line, make Nigerians choke mouth. But now 11 o'clock, I want to make we close this program. So we go beg them, make them come back tomorrow, so that we go do justice. At least one thing we will take out of this, over 80% of the blame where would they go put for custom head, no be their fault. You don't declare to all of us here. They cannot do beyond what they have been asked to do. I don't know whether I want to understand. No be eye service, no be because I see them. They get their own fault. Even that woman where they try to defend her office, I get audio recording of people who don't get encounter with her, the kind of words wey she dey use, even video recording. But make we keep that one aside. We know they go back there. Moving forward is our next target. Complaint 20% energy, solution 80%. That is the way to achieve a better Nigeria by the grace of God. Amen. So we will go just take a few questions here. By 11 o'clock on the dot, we end this matter. 11. 11. Now my watch, how many minutes past 11? 4 minutes after 11. By 10 minutes after 11.
By 11:30.
By 10 minutes after 11, we don't dislodge many programs, very important programs. Some people, they wait for the programs. Now, because of the importance of our presence, now make we dislodge most of these programs. If una get time tomorrow, make una come. If tomorrow no good, una choose date by una self.
We'll discuss. We'll arrange a time to be back.
Any day where they come, we no go do any other case, now their case, and we go close at exactly 10 o'clock. Judge support say nay. Those again saying, oh, the nays have it. Thank you very much. So, yes, sir.
On behalf of my controller here, we want to thank you for this opportunity to explain to Nigerians that indeed it is our functions to implement government fiscal policy, and we could also advise the government, which we have been doing. For instance,
they don't listen.
The issue, no, I don't. Okay. They are considering it. Okay. The issue of the 35%, our Controller General went to the Senate Committee on Public Hearing publicly, advised that that can be reduced from 35% to 10%. I thought I would get a clap for him. So he has said it publicly, not something hidden. So we are advising. The whole thing we are doing, including you, ordinary president, and everybody, is to make Nigeria better. Nigeria is our own, and we must engage in things that will make it better. The rules are there to be obeyed. Try to see what you are supposed to do and do it in time. Don't complain. Complain will not bring solutions. As you said, 80% solution, 20% complaint. It's allowed to complain. But the question is, have you done the right thing? Do the right thing, and then your complaint will make meaning. Once again, we want to thank you very much. On behalf of the Controller General and my respected controller here, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. We will appreciate that. But in case you tasted this appearance, don't solve like 50% of the issues we get for ground. This appearance is just like 5%. 95% they pending. So the earlier, the better. Nigerians are misunderstanding a lot of things. Why? Because nobody come out make you explain to Nigerians. We need all-inclusive governance. You explain to Nigerians whether it will make sense to them or not. At least respect them by even explaining to them. You get some dogs where if you want change their plate where then they eat food, if you not take permission, do it in their presence, they no go eat food in the new plate. This na animal. Talk more of Nigerians that went out to vote you into power. On behalf of everybody waiting for studio, we are waiting. Bye.
Your right, my right, our right. Everybody's right is protected. Human Rights Radio. Redefining broadcasting.
Barka da yamma malama. Da wannan katin zan biya fa. Balki, wani kati kenan? Ban taɓa ganin irin sa ba. Katin kyauta ne da na ci a gasar Zenith Better Life Promo. Zenith Better Life Promo? Me haka kuma? Bankin Zenith Bank za ta bayar da kyautuka ga sabbi da tsofaffin kwastomomi a duk sati idan aka bar akalla ragowar naira 5,000 a asusunka.
Da gaske? Tabbas haka ne. Za ki iya zama ɗaya daga cikin mutane 50 da za su iya cin kyaututtukan naira 30,000 a duk sati a gasar Zenith Better Life Promo. domin samun cancanta a bude asusun ajiya a Zenith Bank a yi ajiyar akalla naira 5,000 a nema da mallakar katin cire kuɗi wato debit card na Zenith Bank a yi rajistan tsarin star 966 hash ko tsarin waya ta Zenith mobile app. Gasar na ci gaba har ranar 30 ga watan Yulin baɗi kuma abu da take ga sabbi da tsofaffin masu rike da asusun ajiyar. Akwai shirya da ka'idoji.
Bilki bari na je yanzu na buɗe nawa asusun ijiyar Zenith Bank kai wannan gara asar betan lafi zai wuce ni ba.
Zenith Bank domin amfanin kanku.